Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So this is the fourth video of our Google Cloud Learning video series, and today we are going to discuss about routes and firewall rules in the VPC. In last video we have discussed about the concept of VPC, and I have demonstrated how to create a VPC and how to create a virtual machine in that particular VPC. So if you haven't watched that video, I will keep the link to that video in the I button so you can check it out. Also, the entire series is a playlist in my channel, so please make sure you're checking the other videos in the playlist as well. So today we are going to discuss about routes and the firewall rules. Okay, so let's just go to here. Okay, the routes. The first we'll see what is the routes, right? So routes is just like the meaning of routes here, very similar to what what we know about the routes, right? The routes is a piece of information where a virtual machine can refer to understand to reach a destination. What is the path, right? Route table basically say the path information. If a virtual machine know to reach a specific destination, how to reach, right? How to reach a specific destination. That's what we have in the routing table. So Google Cloud also has a route table. I mean, when I say Google Cloud, the VPC, right? The VPC of a Google Cloud also have a route table. So let's see what is the specialty of the Google Cloud route table. So there are two types of route table in the Google Cloud. Okay, there are two type of route in the Google Cloud. One is system generated and another one is a custom. Okay, system generated itself have two types. One is default route, which is a default route to the internet, right? It will be default route means 0000 pointing to internet gateway, which means if any virtual machine want to go to the internet, it has to use, I mean, it can understand the path by using that default route. And the next system generated route is a subnet route, which is actually automatically create the moment you create a subnet in a VPC. In last video, we have seen how to create a subnet inside a VPC, right? So the moment we create a subnet inside a VPC, there is automatically, right? There is a route gonna create. The moment we create a subnet, there is a route getting created inside the VPC for that particular subnet, which is called subnet route, right? This is a subnet route. Now, the second type of route is a custom route. In the custom route itself, we have two types again, which is first one is a custom static. That means we are manually creating, which is custom static. And the second one is custom dynamic. It's some, you can think about like routes learning via routing protocol, like a BGP. Maybe we have some VPN into our VPC, and we learn some routes through the through the VPN over BGP. So those kind of routes is comes under the custom dynamic. Now let's go and look into the VPC which we have created in our last video, which is prod, right? I have created one more virtual machine in that VPC, so which is prod app VM2. We have created prod app VM1 in our last video, so this one I've created just before starting the record, just to save some time here. So we have two VMs now in the prod VPC, and both VMs in the same subnet. You can see it's a 10.3 and 10.4. Both are using the same subnet, which is prod app. Okay, so now let's go into the prod app VPC. Okay, if you scroll down, we have here many options, and we have an option called routes. Okay, yes. So you see, so we have all we have here, it's a system generated route. As I said, we have two types of system generated route. One is the default route, right? 000.0 pointing into the default internet gateway. This is for the internet access. And another route, which is subnet route, right? We have here in the VPC, we have our prod app subnet, which is 192.168.10.0/24. Since we have that subnet in the route, there is a subnet route got created, basically, which is saying 192.168.10.0/24 subnet is connected to this VPC. Okay, so that is the two types of route, like two types of system generated route, which is automatically created the moment we create we create the VPC and we create the subnet. Now let's go and okay, before we move into further, I've discussed like more routes here, right? In the custom route, so we don't have any custom route right now here, but we can create custom static route, right? The custom static route is nothing but just a static route. To create a custom static route, we can click on add route. Here there is an option called add route, and we can provide name. Okay, like let's create one, test static, okay, prod, and destination IP range, and we'll put like 8.8.8.8. okay, so the priority is actually have a big role in the route selection process. So basically the lowest numerical number have the highest priority. Okay, so let's go for this at 100 priority. Okay, and the next hop is default internet gateway. Great. Okay, and another one is instance tags, which is just like we can do route filtering, right? We can apply this route for a specific VM, right? By mentioning the tag. If we see here in this VM, I have a network tag here. Let me just show that network tag which I've created while I'm building the VM. So see here, so the tag which is app VMs, we can mention this tag here, then this particular route will be applicable only for those VMs which have these tags. Okay, so I will just mention that here, app VMs. Okay, so then the route I'm creating now is applicable only for the VM who have these tag. This tag can be used in one or more virtual machines. Create. Now you see here, create. So let's create that route. So now we have, okay, it's getting created, the static route. So one thing you need to remember, the priority for subnet route is always 0. That means the subnet route have the highest priority, and the default route, the default internet, default route which is pointing to the internet gateway have the highest priority, which is 1000. Now you can see here, if the traffic to 8.8.8, arriving the routing table, like when a virtual machine is checking the routing table for the destination 8.8.8.8, it will find two entries, right? Two matching entries, this one and this one, right? The virtual machine can use either one of these route to reach the internet, to this Google IP. Okay, but since this has highest priority, means lowest numerical number, right? So lowest numerical number means highest priority. So this has highest priority. The virtual machine will be using this particular route and it will ignore this route. So that is the importance of priority. Okay, so that's that. And here instance tag is important, because when we have an instance tag, this means this route applied to only for those VM who have this tag. But if there is no instance tag, then that means that route is applied to all the virtual machine in this particular network, in this particular VPC. Okay, yes, that's it. Now let's move into the firewall rules, our second topic in this video. Okay, so one thing is pending about the route is actually the route selection process, which I will cover, which I will make a separate video for that to discuss about the route selection process. We will discuss in more details about the route selection process in the Google Cloud. So now you can understand about the priority and about the instance tags in the routing table, like a basic. So definitely we'll make a separate video for the route selection process in the Google Cloud. Now the firewall rules in the cloud. So the first point is firewall rules applied at VM level, which means we are actually assigning rules to the virtual machines, and we can assign two types of rules to a virtual machine. One is Aggress rule and Ingress rule. The Aggress rule will be checked when traffic is leaving from the virtual machine, and ingress rule of that VM will check when traffic is coming to that virtual machine. Okay, and firewall rules control traffic even if the traffic is between or within the network, right? There should be a rule in firewall to allow the traffic even if that network, if the traffic is within the network. By default, Google allows all egress traffic and it deny all ingress traffic. Okay, and there is something you need to know about TCP/25 traffic. Even though we have a rule to allow this particular traffic, which is TCP/25 traffic, Google Cloud will be denying for the security purpose. So TCP/25 is always denied by Google Cloud. Okay, so that is the important point about the firewall rule. The main thing you need to understand here, we are applying rules to individual VMs, and there are two types of rules: egress rules and ingress rule. Egress rule will check when traffic go out from the VM. Ingress rules will check when traffic coming to this VM. And by default, egress traffic allowed, ingress traffic is denied. That means if there is no matching rule found, if it's egress traffic, Google allow that traffic by default. If it's ingress traffic, by default, Google deny that traffic. Okay, that's about the firewall rules. Now, in the VPC, just besides routes, we have an option called firewall rules here. Okay, at the moment, I don't have any rules here. As I said, I have created one more VM, and I do have two virtual machines now in the prod VPC. So I have actually opened the SSH console here in the browser. So I will go to prod app VM on and try to ping the VM2 IP address to test the connectivity. So let's try to ping, and it's not pinging, right? It's not pinging. Even though both are in the same network, right? You can see here app VM1 and app VM2 are in the same network, but still we cannot ping. We cannot have a communicate. These two servers cannot communicate without a firewall rule. So I'm trying to ping from VM2 to VM1 now. No, you can't ping there. So what we need to do, we need to allow the communication, right? We need to create a rule which allow this traffic. So let's go here in firewall rules, click on add firewall rule. Let's create app allow ICMP is our name. Then network is prod. Again, here also priority is the concept of priority same in the firewall rule as well. It's like if there is more than one matching rule for a traffic, the highest priority rule gets selected. Okay, same concept of the route tray. So that is there. I just keep default, that is 1000. Now direction is ingress, hello, target VM. So I am going to apply this rule for my application VMs, right? These two VMs is my app VMs, and both have a tag called app VMs, right? Both VMs have a tag called app VMs here. So what I'm going to do, I'm applying this particular rule to the tag app VMs. So this rule will get assigned to both of these VM because this tag is applied to both of these VMs, or this tag is part of both of these VMs. So app VMs, okay. So and ingress, right? This is the ingress rule. You can see here direction of traffic. This is an ingress rule. So that means this rule will get checked whenever the traffic is reaching that particular VM. Okay. Now the source filter, the source address, I'm going to mention my app, my app subnet 192.168.10.0/24. And its other protocol ICMP. Okay, let's create. Yeah, the rule is spinning up. So let's wait a couple of more seconds and let's test the connectivity. So it seems the rule is came up completely, and let's go here, and you can see here it started to ping. The moment the rule applied, it started to ping. Even if we check this side, it's pinging, right? We can see to and fro communication is happening now. What we did, we allowed the ingress traffic to we allowed ingress traffic both on both VM, right? Basically, we created one rule and assigned to all of our virtual machine who have this tag, which is tag apps VM. So this rule is applied to all the VM. Imagine we have 100 servers, 100 application server or 100 servers. Then we just need to apply all these tags into those 100 servers, and then these rules will get applied to all of those 100 servers. And then the traffic from this particular subnet, so this is a source and this is a destination. Destination means these many servers, right? Those servers who is a part of who has these tag, right? That is a destination. So the traffic from any server which is within this, which has this IP to this VM, the traffic will get allowed there. So that is the concept here. So we created a firewall rule, and we can see now the communication is happening, right? I'm just stopping it here, right? Okay, so that's it. So I'll stop here for today, but tomorrow what we are going to do, we are going to create our one more subnet, and we are going to make our database server and establish communication between our app servers and database server. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, and if you have any question, make sure that you can actually comment you can ask in the comment section. Also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please make sure that you're subscribing to this channel and enabling the notification so that you can get the upcoming videos as a notification. So once again, thank you very much for watching. See you in next video.